Welcome, Theo Flove here. Imagine Christmas Eve and you're there with your whole family and maybe your friends and maybe your brothers or sisters. All the people are gathered together on this Christmas Eve. And in front of you is this huge gift for you. It says your name on it. It's a present for you. And as you open and you wrap open the band around the package and you open the present, you see what's inside and you're getting excited and you're feeling the thrill of, oh my god, this looks like something I've been wishing for years. And you open it and you see it and it's that thing. It's something you wished for so long and you're so happy about it. You feel so elated, so joyous, and you look around at your family members and friends and they're there with you and they're happy for you and you feel amazing and you say thank you. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. I love this. And you express your appreciation, your excitement in your way that you got this gift. And you see all of your friends, your peers, your family around you, supporting you and being joyous with you and being happy for you enjoying the gift. Now, how does that feel? The feeling of opening a present of something you wanted for so long and you just love it. And the people around you are supporting you. They love it. They participate in your excitement and they want to see your smile. Feels kind of good, doesn't it? Feels great! It feels like when you were a child, maybe. Hopefully how we feel this Christmas, because it's only like 5 or 6 days until Christmas. So, today's video is gonna be about how you can tap into an endless reservoir of energy in any social situation. So, after you watch this video, after you've gone through it and gotten the points here, and got some ahas and realizations, you will have this amazing reservoir, like an endless flowing river of energy that you can tap into at your command. We're gonna get into that, but first, let's go into another example. The setting now is your workspace with your colleagues or with your friends. You're just having a regular conversation, sitting and chilling at a cafe or something. Now, let's say you have just succeeded in doing something. You feel kind of good about yourself and you feel kind of proud about you. And you start to tell them about how wonderful this deal went with a customer, and your boss recognized you and said, oh, how great you did on that deal. That was really good for the company. And you smile and tell this story and you feel really great. And you look around at the people and how do they react? Well, in this day and age, they probably may have taken a more defensive role, you know, and be like, yeah, cool, nice for you. Not participating that much in your joy, are they? Now, if you're watching this video a couple of years from now, things may have dramatically changed. But let's go to how it was back in 2014 and previously before that. So, your colleagues often don't share in your joy. They rather feel like you're boasting or bragging. And that may be one accurate way to describe it from their perspective. And they may actually feel jealous. And not only jealous, but envious of you. And even deeper than that, it may trigger a feeling in them of inferiority. They may feel less good about themselves because when something like you, something like a story about successes of other people comes into their life, they feel inferior. That's maybe why they won't participate in your joy. So, this is a really interesting phenomenon because I've experienced this myself when I had a regular job about 3 years ago. I remember this. I was a proud guy, a proud young man, because I had gotten a job that I felt really good about. It was great pay, I thought, at that age. And it was for a really good company. And I felt good, you know, I'm like, yeah, I've achieved something, I got this job, I'm so great. And I felt I had values to offer in the workspace too. So, I hadn't worked in a lot of places before that, so I unknowingly went on to tell people about things I was proud of or what I've done good or whatever. And that wasn't that well received, to say the least. People, not all of the colleagues, some did, some loved it, some liked it, but most of them didn't appreciate another colleague telling about their successes, their wins, their values, their advantages, what they have achieved. So this is a challenge. If you're in the workspace, or if you're having a group of friends who may be acting like that when you're trying to share your joys, what you want them to understand as a good thing in your life. Maybe you have some friends that doesn't participate fully with you and share your joy with you. Maybe they almost unconsciously, they're not bad people, that's not it at all. You can call them bad. I have been like that, and you may have too. I've been the one that has felt inferior and in my mind tearing other people down. I seldomly said anything because I knew it wouldn't be nice to say something bad about someone's success, but I felt bad about it. Now I don't anymore, because there's this one trigger that just switches it all around and makes it so easy for you to feel good about this. And you're gonna get that right now. Do you know about the golden rule? Probably. You may not know it's called the golden rule, but it's do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Or karma, like you get what you give. You get back what you give out. What goes around comes around. We can't change our colleagues, we can't change our friends. It's really hard to change them. So let's find a way that we can still have a good experience around this. You can change people, but it's really hard. They have to want to change. So let's not try that. It's much more easy to go inside of ourselves. Now, how would you like to have the power to listen to a person talk about their joys, their successes, their achievements, and feel what they are feeling? As you know, when you talk about something you feel good about, you feel good. When you see someone talk about an achievement or something they are proud of, they feel great. And you can tap into that greatness and share it with them. Now this is a really interesting trick that you can do. It's like a mind trick. The essence core, you want to do things because you feel great when you do them. That's why you want to share your joy. How about you get that same joy, that same excitement by listening? Because according to science, and this is really interesting, there was this research done, scientific experiments done with monkeys back in 1996, I think it was. And they discovered something interesting in the premotor cortex or something inside the brain, premotor cortex. And they looked at how monkeys responded with their hands and their motoric, how they moved their body. And they figured out something really interesting, and that was if the monkey saw another monkey or a human do something, they had what they call mirror neurons in their premotor cortex that fired off as if they were doing the same thing. It was as if the monkey was in the other monkey's mind. It was like he was mind reading the monkey, because he felt the same things. He went through the same chemical reactions in the brain. And later they redid this study, but with humans. And they found something amazing. And this is so powerful when you get to know it, because it describes how we work. We also have mirror neurons in our brain. And they fire off when we see someone eat, when we see them be happy about a gift, when we see them share a joy, these mirror neurons can fire off. And the funny thing is, they found that in humans, we actually, let's see, these mirror neurons reflects sensations and emotions. So if you see someone smile and you're not filtering it, you're just receiving it, then you feel that joy. When you see a person unwrap a gift and you're just engulfed in their joy, you're just watching the excitement as it grows, you have mirror neurons firing off, creating a brain fireworks, you know, a chemical reaction that gives you the same sensations and emotions. Now, there's a whole nother depth to this knowledge that we'll get into in the next video. And it's how to control, to turn off and on mirror neurons. In effect, I'm not sure if that's what's happening, but in effect, the results show that you can actually turn them on and off. If that's what's happening. It's all really only theory, because we make our observations and draw our conclusions. That's why most of science is theory anyway. It's not truth, it's theory. Anyway, now that you know, you have mirror neurons in your brain that can pick up on the joy and excitement of those around you. Do you know what's happening? When you're watching this, you may actually, if you just put away all of the bad judgment, you should have discernment and be able to see what resonates with you or not. But if you put all that away and you have somebody happy in front of you, somebody joyous, someone who exudes a good feeling, maybe a person who did great at work this week, who did something phenomenal at work this week, then you can observe them through the eyes of your mirror neurons. You can just allow yourself to say, okay, let's participate in that joy. Instead of being all about me and what's happening inside of envy and jealousy and why not I have it and they have it, why not just participate? I'm going to do that now. I'm going to view this as if it's me. Because we are mind readers according to this science. In effect, we're mind readers. Because our mirror neurons copy the exact thing happening in the other person. So, why is this beneficial? You should know by now. Why is it beneficial to participate in the joy of other people? Well, number one, you feel great when you observe someone who feels great. Or you see something that makes you feel good. You feel great when you allow yourself to put fuel on the fire of another person. They're excited? Fuel it. Ask more. Listen. That's the key here. Listen. Ask questions about their achievements, their joys, and listen with your whole being and be like emotionally running with it. We're gonna talk more about that in the next video, but for now, this is enough information. Anyway, you feel great. When you pick up on others' greatness, you feel great too. And this activates a good feeling in you. Great. Number two, the person you're observing, the social environment you're in, will perceive you as somebody great. The person you are observing will feel amazingly good, because many of people at this day and age are hungering for feeling important, for being listened to being heard. How good is it when someone is putting their full attention on you and they're just listening and they're understanding you and you feel that they're there, they're with you, they're listening. You just feel great. You feel loved. Strike that word off the list if it doesn't feel good for you, but that is love. That great feeling, that is a kind of love. Yeah, sure. They also feel very special. They feel special when you are viewing them, you're watching them, you're participating with them, you're sharing and amplifying their joy just by your mere observation. they feel great. So number one, you feel great. Number two, they feel great. And number three, it's strengthening your relationship. You'll get amazing relationships just by listening. Just by listening and getting them to talk about what makes them feel good. Activate inside them those cool things that they love talking about. And you'll feel great. I tell you, I've tried this, and all the people that I've talked to that do this, they say it feels really good to listen to someone who talks with passion and enthusiasm and emotion. And as you may see, I'm a very, very high spirit, emotional person. I like to exude my feelings. Most people don't speak with that much emotion. They're easier on that front. But they still have this joy in them, and you can see it. I see it every day in every person I meet. I want to see that. Don't you want to see that? Don't you want to see more happy people? Well, then look for them. And when you're with your colleagues or friends, ask them about those things that they want to talk about. When people like you and me are making these small shifts in how we perceive the world around us, this is making a tremendous change. Don't underestimate your power to influence the world around you. Make the change in you. As Gandhi, right? It was Gandhi? Yeah? Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. Be it. You get the instant benefit, and you live in a world where it's already there, because you're acting as if it's already there. You're it. Consider that. The last and obvious benefit from doing this, from tapping into another person's joy, another person's achievements and being happy for them, is that you have now an endless reservoir of energy. Whoever you meet, you can now ask them questions about them, and you can specifically ask questions like, well, what are you interested in? What are your passions? And of course you have to ask questions at the right time when you feel it's right to deliver them. But you ask questions like this, like, oh, what's the latest, greatest thing that happened to you? Tell me about it! Tell me about something good that happened in your life. Maybe that's not you, so you formulate your question entirely as you want it to be. Make them focus on something that makes them feel good, then you'll feel good, then you'll both feel good, your relationship is strengthened, and you have this focus that you can put your attention on. You can put your attention on the joy in others. You'll always receive energy out of that. People always feel energized and joyous. You activate something in them. When you activate that little spark in them, you see their eyes opening and lighting up. and they're actually feeling much better just because you were there. And that's a benefit too. You'll feel amazing about yourself because you are doing a service to others. And that's the good thing about doing the right thing. To me, doing the right thing means that everyone benefits. And that's what this does. It benefits everyone. It benefits you, it benefits them, it benefits the people around seeing this. It's just an amazing journey of joy and bliss and happiness. And it may start at an easy place of hope. Somewhere you'll feel about it, just to the next good feeling place. Maybe someone is feeling in despair, or you see them they are stressed or something. Maybe you'll then talk about something they may feel hopeful about. Maybe that's a good feeling for them. And it's a good feeling anyway. Well, what good can happen then? I see that you have this situation. Now tell me more about what may be something good that can come out of this. Or, well, isn't there something that is going good in your life? Tell me something you feel hopeful about. Yeah, tell me about, and maybe you know them a bit, so you can say, hey, tell me about that new car you got, or tell me about the dinner your wife made last week that you talked so warmly about, or whatever. You get the point. And it's great. I'm happy for you. You get this. Awesome. Fantastic. Great. I love that. Isn't that good? You can go out and apply it right now. You can talk with the most negative person in the world. And I know this factually. You can talk to the most negative person in the world, or seemingly most negative person in the world, and you can activate something good, something that they feel a little better about, and you'll feel great in the process. So, that's it for now. My phone is ringing. I'm sure it's awesome. I love you. I wish you a magical Christmas and have a great, fantastic day.